One useful strategy is to repeat what you think you heard and check. For example, you might say, "So, you mean we're meeting at 6, or, "So, you want me to wait here?" This is called checking understanding, and it helps both people in the conversation. There's also a cultural aspect to this. Many learners worry that native speakers will get annoyed if they ask questions, but in reality, most people don't mind at all. In fact, asking questions shows that you're listening. Here's something to think about. Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't understand someone speaking English? What did you do? It's always interesting to hear those experiences, because everyone has been in that situation, even advanced learners. Another important point is body language. When you're confused in everyday situations, simple things like eye contact, a small smile, and relaxed shoulders can make the moment feel much easier. Instead of freezing or panicking, try to stay calm and just ask your question. Also, you don't need to apologize every time. Some learners say, "Sorry," too often. Once is usually enough. You can use simple phrases like, "Can I ask you something?" or, "Sorry, I'm not sure I understood that." Or you might say, "Could you say that a bit more slowly?" or, "Could you show me?" In everyday life, people often use gestures as well, like pointing or demonstrating. So the main idea is quite simple. Confusion is normal. Staying silent makes it worse, but asking questions makes it better. And asking questions is a communication skill, not a mistake. Now, in school or at work, things can feel more serious because instructions really matter. You want to complete tasks correctly, so misunderstandings can cause problems. But here's the interesting part, even native speakers ask for clarification all the time. Teachers, managers, and colleagues repeat things every day. For example, if a teacher says, "Please complete the homework page and use full sentences," and you're unsure, you shouldn't stay silent. You can simply ask, "Sorry, which page?" or, "What do you mean by full sentences?" The key point is that you don't need perfect grammar or long explanations, just ask about the part you don't understand. The same applies at work. If your manager says, "Send the files before lunch and copy the finance team," and you're not sure what "copy" means, you could ask, "Do you mean I should send the files to the finance team as well?" Sometimes tasks have several steps, and it's easy to get lost. In that case, you can pause and ask, "Could you repeat step 2, or could you show me step 3? These kinds of questions show that you care about doing the job properly. Many learners feel shy because they think their English isn't good enough, but teachers and managers usually prefer questions to mistakes. Sometimes the difficulty is vocabulary. For instance, if someone says, "We need to review the invoice," and you don't know what "invoice" means, you can simply ask. When a word is important for your task, it's worth making sure you fully understand it. Another useful strategy is to repeat the idea in your own words, such as, "So, you'd like me to send the email today," or, "So, the deadline is tomorrow." This is called confirming, and it's very common and very effective. It keeps the conversation clear. Someone explains something, you repeat it in your own words, and they confirm whether it's correct. You can do the same in school. For example, "So I need to bring it in on Monday morning, is that right?" This helps prevent small but important mistakes.